Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ishi, you are in Ishi Time, and I'm here today with my September TBR. So if you don't already know, I am one of the hosts for the Hogwarts House Battle readathon, which is happening in September. So all of the things I'm reading are counting towards that readathon. Yeah, this is also going to be my Hogwarts House Battle TBR. My goal is to read 6 books. So let's get right into them. The first book I have is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book takes place in 2044, where reality is an ugly place. And the only time our teenage main character, Wade, feels truly alive is when he's plugged into this virtual reality called Oasis. Basically, his whole life he's been studying puzzles that are hidden inside this digital world, and the creator of Oasis has promised massive power and fortune to the person who can unlock all these puzzles. When Wade stumbles across the first clue, he finds that other players are willing to even kill him to take his ultimate prize. The race is on, and if Wade is going to survive, he will have to win. And he will also have to confront the real world he is always so ready to escape. By reading this book, I am finishing 3 prompts. The first, alchemy. Read a recommendation by a friend. A friend in real life actually recommended this book to me like years ago in high school. So it's been a while, but I'm finally getting around to it. The second prompt it will help me complete is Apparition. Read this book only in public. Well, that's just something I'm gonna have to do. And this book will also help me complete Arithmancy, which is to read a book with a number in the title. So Ready Player One. The next book I have is Wilder Girls by Rory Power, which is also the Slytherin group book. The setting for this book is Raxter School for Girls, which is on an island apparently, and they are under quarantine because their school has been taken over by the Talks. It started out slow. First the teachers died one by one, and then it started to infect the students, turning their bodies strange and foreign. Cut off from the rest of the world, they are left to fend for themselves on their island home, and the girls don't dare to go outside of their school because the Talks has also made the wilderness deadly. Sounds super interesting. I'm excited to see what I think about it. This book will help me finish 2 prompts. The first one is Astronomy, Reading Under the Stars. Only read this book at night, which is what I plan on doing. And the second one is Charms, Something New and Unexpected. Read a new to you book. Looking at the synopsis and the overall idea of this book, it's not something I would usually pick up, so it is a new to me book, which is why I'm counting this under this prompt. The next book I'm reading is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This book is about a war orphan and librarian named Laszlo Strange, and from the time he's very little, he has been obsessed with this myth of the lost city called Weep. When he meets a hero called the Godslayer and a band of legendary warriors, he's given the opportunity to go search for this lost city of Weep, and he has to seize the chance or lose his dream of finding the city forever. Answers await in Weep, but so do many more mysteries, including the blue-skinned goddess that appears in Laszlo's dreams. Anyways, I've wanted to read this book for a really long time. It was on my list of books I wanted to read in 2019 for sure. I don't know, I'm not looking forward to it that much anymore, but we'll see what I think about it. This book will also help me finish 2 other prompts, which is Care of Magical Creatures, read a book with an animal on the cover, and I'm pretty sure there are moths somewhere on the cover of Strange the Dreamer. And the second one it will help me complete is Muggle Studies, Blending In, read a hyped book. So this book is pretty hyped. I'm pretty sure it counts for this prompt. The next book I want to read is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, which was also on my top 10 books I want to read in 2019. This book is about Anna, a sophisticated woman who abandons her empty existence as the wife of Karenin and turns to Count Vronsky to fulfill her passionate nature, with tragic consequences. This book is acclaimed by many as the world's greatest novel. It has some great characters and really explores the deepest desires of human beings. So I'm excited to see what I think about it. I hope I like it, even though I'm not really into classics that much. This book will also help me finish 3 prompts in the Hogwarts House Battles. The first one is History of Magic, which is to read a book from another generation, and this book was written many years ago, hence it is a classic, so it counts. The next one it will help me complete is The Study of Ancient Runes, read a classic novel. And the third one it helps me complete is Potions, Mixing, read a genre you won't usually pick up, which is a classic. Next, I'm reading Death Note, a manga. This book is about a guy named Light Yagami who is just a genius, let me just say, and he sees a book fall from the sky one day, and this is the Death Note, in which apparently if you write someone's name, that person dies. So obviously Light thinks this is a joke, but he tries it out and he finds out that it is not a joke. So he starts out killing all these criminals and people he thinks the world is better without, and it's such a good story. Like, he is such a great character. He is a genius, but then he develops some sort of a god complex. It is a really good book. Please read it. So I've counted this book for 2 very different prompts. The first one is Defense Against the Dark Arts, the prompt for which is can't last. Read a book you previously put down. So the last time I started reading this book, I put it down because, first of all, I have read it many times. I was just like not in the mood for it, so I was just like, I know what happens. I don't really want to read it right now. Let me just go rewatch the anime. So that's what I did. The second prompt I'm counting it for is Herbology Caring. Read a book that means a lot to you. It means a lot to me because it is one of my favorite animes ever, even though I did previously put this book down. So yeah, I'm just counting it for both those prompts. The last book I'm reading is Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, which is a sequel to Dance of Thieves. This book has just come out in August of 2019, and I am very excited to read it. I can't tell you what this one is about because spoilers for the first book, but the first book is a dual perspective book. The first perspective we follow is of Cassie, who is part of the Queen's Guard, and she's sent to investigate a criminal family. And the second perspective we follow is of Jace, whose father just died, making him the head of his criminal family. And it's just very exciting. The 2 of them end up on this sort of journey together, and each of them have things that they're keeping from the other person, and it's just such a good book. It is a bit insta-lovey, I think, and a lot of the reviews said so as well, but honestly, I'm fine with that. It was a good book, and I enjoyed it very much, so I'm really looking forward to reading the sequel because this book left off on the worst cliffhanger ever. These books do take place in the Remnant Chronicle world, which is a series I have not read yet. So obviously you don't have to read those series to read these books. I highly recommend these ones. Hopefully I get around to the Remnant Chronicles soon as well. Hey guys, really quick, I forgot to say while I was filming that last video, but I will be counting Vow of Thieves for 3 prompts. The first one is Transfiguration, change, read the last book you bought. The second one is Flying, fly high, read your most anticipated book. And number 3, Divination, the future, read a predicted 5-star book. That is my TBR for September. Hopefully I can make my way through all of these books. But I'm gonna be very busy in September, so we will see if I do or not. Hopefully I do. Anyways, my name is Ishi. Thank you for spending time with me, and I hope your day is as wonderful as you are.